On a spot of land that was once desert, now stands the city of Glendale, and a building filled to the brim with fans, State Farm Stadium. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Arizona Cardinals. Saving them while you can, football fans. Just 2 weeks left in our regular season as we get underway in Week 17. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Sean Jenkins. And he gets absolutely pumped to end that one. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Trying to throw this from the gun. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Third down, 1 yard to go. From Cisco, here's Jenkins. And what a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming up.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
That'll be the 1st and more. Galloping inside the 40. Inside the red zone. And he houses it on the return all the way back for a touchdown. You gotta love when your special teamers say, take some time off, offense. Your presence, that's not required at this moment. That guy took care of things himself with an electrifying return.
Yeah, find somebody who doesn't welcome some time off from work, Kate. They're more than happy to chill out on that sideline, offer some extra applause as that return team did more than its normal job.
So after giving up the punt return score, Brock, let's see if they can answer on a different type of return. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Judkins to begin the drive. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. I'm a more aggressive call on 2nd.
The 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They send him left out of the slot. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. into the hands of Michael Wilson. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Cardinals going nickel here on third. Here he is on third and short. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going. That incompletion won't help.
From their own side, they're going to go for this. They need about 2. They're going for this. That one nabbed by Ward. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. So they keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on fourth down.
Good offenses. Good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
They are throwing it again. This is reeled in downfield. It's Bryant. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
The analytics would tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
Here we go.
Working inside the red zone. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's second down coming up.
That's almost as good as a sack. Almost, Kate. Because those defenders, they like to have sacks more than incompletions. But defensive coordinators, they love pressure and forcing the issue. That's why the QB had to get rid of it.
After the incompletion, they come up on second and 10.
Let's go.
Putting a receiver in motion. Going again on second and 10. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Buda Baker picks it off. And the Cardinals are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie, Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down, but even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
They'll run here. It's Benson. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Cardinals pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Trey Benson, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Has this at the 6. This makes it up to the 25. Pistol formation here first as they come to the line.
60, let's go.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Bails out of the pocket quick. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up second down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Outside, this is reeled in by Warren. And he's tackled for no gain.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Cardinals go to the dime look here. 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Jalen Thompson makes the play. And he's going to take this one back. And he's in for the pick 6 for Arizona. Another score here in this first quarter, Brock, as they continue dominating in this opening frame.
You know what I love here, Kate? This defense is seizing on a sputtering opponent, and they're actively trying not just to defend the lead, but to add to it.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Wilson, the receiver, in motion left. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gives you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you can throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Back now, pressure coming. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Got the... One-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Taken in by Pierce. And he's tackled for a short gain. The rookie out of Alabama there on the tackle.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Here's the snap on 4th. He's got it to his running back. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. That big fourth down call is how we close out our first quarter. 21-0 our score. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Taylor now up the middle. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Jalen Thompson, the man on the tackle.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, really break the backs of the defense.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. They go again with Taylor. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of the series, quite like getting stuck for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down. He's got Pierce. This is going to be short. Quick stop by the defense to bring up 4th down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line. You feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
From their own side, they're going to go for this. They need about 2. 4th down, pass coming. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
And they went 3 yards the wrong way to start this drive out. Here's 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Throw is there, Trey McBride. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they face 2nd down. Back to the air, Allen. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
Speaks to this guy's talent is just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Benson can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball and put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal. Here's Benson again. And he will not score. The defense gets him just before he can punch it in. He manages a couple, and they are right on the verge of it. 3rd and goal from the 1.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
3rd and goal for Allen. He will score. Touchdown, Arizona. point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Cardinals grow their lead yet again.
Colts, nothing.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Return starts at the 3. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. And that is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Taylor. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
He's going to throw it. Down the field. He's got Pierce. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Colts, first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go now. 60.
And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
A good RPO play, it takes a lot of time, proper decision-making from a calm, cool, collected offense. Well, that one didn't have any of it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. They're throwing it. This is a heater going deep. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. 3rd and long for him here. Trouble now, and the ball is out. But I believe somebody on the Colts got to it first. They're luckily hanging on to the football. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Will Reichard to kick off.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up.
180! What's that?
And and off to Benson to start the drive. He's under just a couple of yards on that carry, and that brings up second down.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Option play they give to Benson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Allen setting up play action. He rolls to his right. He's taking a shot down the side. Brought in inside the 20. And he is finally sent out of bounds, but not until he gets it all the way down to the red zone. It's a huge pickup on the play, and that will give them some serious momentum along with a first down. Benson now from the gun, and they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Staying on the ground with Benson. And he will carry this across for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals grow the lead coming out of halftime. Trey Benson, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one right down the middle. And the Cardinals continue piling on to this lead. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Taylor. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. They're going to try and throw it here. Complete over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I can know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
looking to throw. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Man in motion, headed right. Third and long, they're going to throw. Once complete, it's Brian outright. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face fourth and short.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
I'll throw for it. And he had it for a second, but unable to hang on. And the possession literally slips through their fingers as they turn it over on downs.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
Benson on first and 10. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never asked for help.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Benson once more. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
319. What's that?
Allen on third down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down. The Cardinals out for the punt. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. Looking for Pat Bryant on that throw. And now it's 2nd down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of the main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Ready? Lightning 18.
Setting up to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
The Cards bringing out an extra DB on 3rd down. I'll throw it. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Cardinals are finally stumped on the return, but they'll still take over on the edge of the red zone.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. It's Benson on the give. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal. Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over.
10 yards to go.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Ready? Go!
Hand off to Benson from the gun. And they take this in for the score. The Cardinals continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Trey Benson, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground.
Let's see, Kate, I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What are we going to call this, other than simply splendid?
Now the PAT try coming up. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cardinals continue adding on to that lead.
42. Colts, nothing.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. This return starts at the 5. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On the counter, it's Taylor. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. That's him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Now, I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Slot man motioned over.
Cougar 19.
They'll throw it here on 1st. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Cardinals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
First down pass. Intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
What is that?
They give up the gun to Benson. And a solid gain there, Brock, of about 5. Takes him inside the 40-yard line.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Benson on the counter. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Here we go.
They give on 2nd to Benson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5. It's the 2-minute warning from Glendale. Cardinals getting closer to their 10th win of the season. About set. This is 3rd and 5. Now Allen going to the air. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
The lead looks safe, but the Penals staying down. They're going for this. They'll run. It's Benson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, he's over there looking like some kind of genius right now, Kate, but nobody, and I mean nobody, you, me, anybody in the building, thought that was going to be a run. But that element surprise certainly led to the success.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. We give now to Benson. It's not like we've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Cardinals throwing 6 more on the blowout. Trey Benson, the touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals tack on 7 more to their lead. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Return coming from the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard
Set.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Set. Go.
Shaking off the pit quickly. He's going to throw. Into traffic. Complete. And this is brought to a stop at say the 34-yard line there. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
So pass brought in. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd down pass play coming. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasting no time in getting that sack.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. No luck finding his receiver that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And it's recovered by the offense. But Brock, it's 4th down. We know only the fumbler can advance it, so this is still going to be a turnover on downs. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down.
It's it.
It's a designated keeper for Allen. So the Cardinals pick up the win in this one. And if they could play at this level every time out, well, their coaches would be happy as they could be. Total team effort, a dominating victory. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.
check the doors, check the windows, and pull the blinds. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't stay much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, promises and contracts I used to keep. I don't stay much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, my hallucination I used to see. Wake up and I find out, did it change up? Wait, did it change up? Is it light up? Yeah, did it find out? Better walk around the edge of the room in the bed with my arm on face. Face around, better try to breathe. Face around, face around.